Okay.
Going.
Start by. Are you on? Okay. Start by introducing yourself.
My name is James Robert Gray, or Jim Gray, depends on where you met me or what you care about. It's first sponsored by a company called Pro-Am, and I don't really know the roots of them. I know they were in Southgate, California. They had a big team thing at Skatopia Skate Park, so I got picked up, like, watched me skate the half pipe. I met some kid in a backyard half pipe. He said, "You should come try out for our team," and he met me at Skatopia on a Monday night. They used to do team practice there, and so the team guy watched me ride down the half pipe. And he goes, "Dude, you're on the team." They were my first sponsor. My next sponsor was PowerFlex, which I currently own. I'm like the majority owner of PowerFlex. And at that point I got on GNS, but so PowerFlex just basically disappeared. It wasn't out of business. It was one of the best companies ever. It came out with, like, red, yellow, blue, green, orange, black, all these wheels when the only wheels were red. You had red wheels and I think a couple orange wheels.
Right.
So they actually brought color to skateboarding, which is kind of cool.
Who were some of the other riders you rode with GNS?
Like Chris Miller, Neil Blender, Billy Ruff, and me, which was
what
like
a team.
I mean, what could you?
I think I remember that.
I was the low man on the totem pole on a freaking super hierarchy of people. So yeah, when I ever see that in my house, that poster, I'm like, damn, that was pretty cool.
When did you feel you were the lowest on the totem pole in that?
My approach was always different. Most of those guys lived for skateboarding at some point.
Right.
They lived off skateboarding.
Right.
They earned a living skateboarding. To me, skateboarding was always a side thing.
Sure.
I just skateboarded. I got
that.
my real estate license when I was 18. I was the head of underwriting for a mortgage company when I was 21.
Sure.
Sometimes I would show up with a suit and tie on after work and take my suit and tie off and skate. Those guys would go to a contest in Florida on like Monday and skate all week.
Right.
I'd show up Friday afternoon, you know what I mean, and get like 10 runs and then just enter the contest. And sort of like,
Did Ron Cameron do the graphics on your board for Blockhead?
he did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, the graphic with a kind of angry man on it, that was actually something he did years before.
Weird.
It wasn't like drawn, he took the character and drew a new background for it. So it's kind of funny, people go like, yeah, your angry man board's like, yeah, Ron drew something, I go, it's cool. I mean, Blockhead had a look, I didn't want to, throw that off. So I didn't give them really any specs of what to draw. They drew their own version of what they thought would be fun, and I love Blockhead. Blockhead was an amazing company, especially artistically. Actually, every way. Blockhead was awesome. I helped them get all their wheels made and stuff like that. The story behind Blockhead was really cool. It was like I got sponsored when I was really young, 13. And so I really never bought skateboards. So when I went into skateboard shops and went on tours, so I just kind of look at the wall and see what the ads were with that, but I never bought them, so I didn't really care. I didn't have to, right? It was just given to me. But I was doing a demo in Arizona, and I remember seeing a Blockhead board on the wall. I was going, damn, let me see that board. I mean, it just caught my eye so vividly. And it was a board called The Meaning of Life, one of their early boards. And the graphic style was really cool. It was more, everybody just had the same shit. It was like, it was flames, it was just, whatever. And here we have this thing with all these little detailed graphics, and they were cool, offbeat, and weird and kind of artsy, and I was just like, that caught my eye. So a few months later, I went to an ASR trade show in Long Beach, and I just walked out in the arena that's out in the corner where they put the newbies, see if they're going to survive, whatever. And I see this Blockhead booth, and I just walked up and just introduced myself to Dave. Go, hey Dave, my name's Jim, and I just want to let you know I saw your boards in the shop, and it was super stoked. They were cool. Keep doing what you're doing. It was just a high five, And as I walked away, he's like, well, if you're up between sponsors, we could use like a bigger name guy, or and I'm like, well, I'll remember that, so I called Dave up, and I said, hey Dave, dude, let's do something. And I had started the Tracker Wheel program. It's called A1 Wheels.
Okay.
I was partners with Larry Balma who owned Transworld and Tracker. He had a company called Brainstorm Design, so I did projects for him.
Oh, wow.
And so we started the Tracker Wheel thing, and that was up and running. So I told Dave, I go, well, here's the deal. I'm very connected with the wheel guys, so on and so forth. Let's get a wheel program going for Blockhead. I'll come ride for you and help you, promote the brand a little bit. And then Omar San was a local neighbor kid that I got on. So I got Omar on there, and so everything just sort of blossomed from there. And it helped Dave to step up a notch. And he was doing a great job by himself, absolutely, but we just helped him get a notch. A notch beyond that, and Blockhead years were great years.
But Sam was saying that he had to move on from Blockhead. It's like when all the vert riding kind of went out, they tried to get street skating in.
Well, I mean, unfortunately that was a real conscious effort by a handful of people in skateboarding, and then other people gave into it. because they basically told you can't sell boards if they're not street guys, and it was unfortunate because there was a handful of dudes who were basically saying vert riding sucks. You know what I mean? The Big Brother magazine, all that thing, they would just have no one wants to ride this stupid pool or a bowl.
Right.
It's so dumb. You know, it's like street skating's cool. It's where it's at. It's like, I mean, they basically created something to take the money away from Powell and Santa Cruz and Blockhead, whoever. They wanted to divert, and it worked. So
Right.
you ended up with Girl and World, and all these guys basically stole the whole skateboard industry.
We're all popsicle boards.
We're all popsicle boards. The style went
Boring
away.
popsicle
Pro athletes went away because you no longer competed to get the title. Dude, some guy just said, "Yeah, your video looked kind of cool." Ding, tapped you on the head. You're pro. They turned every single amateur pro basically between like 1989 and 1991, 92.
Sure.
Amateur skateboarding almost didn't exist, and you went from 50, 60 pro models to about 200, 250. So I mean, imagine if you walked in the Big Five sporting goods store and you saw 75 pro basketball shoes, you'd laugh like, "Fuck yeah, right? Really? Like I'm gonna buy all."